exclusive.
Hey everybody, what's up? You know who this is, Shantae, aka Scars and Makeup. Today I'm here with a very special guest, DJ Spazo.
Yeah, what's going on? Scars and makeup is what it is, huh?
Yeah, well I'll try to make it what it is, definitely.
Okay,
Let that roll off your tongue, Scars and Makeup.
Right, scars and makeup.
Oh man, yeah, we're gonna have a good interview today. So we pretty much here to just lay it on. He gonna lay it thick, let us know, give us this exclusive interview on DJ Spazo's life. So DJ Spazo, I got a couple questions for you.
Already.
You sure?
Make them work though.
All right.
They gotta count.
They better, right? When you first heard the word Scars and Makeup, what were your thoughts?
Being from the streets and hearing scars and makeup, you just think of bumps and bruises, and then person making them up.
Right.
Somewhere down the line, and everybody goes through scars, whatever it may be. Like I went through them.
Right.
And I made up.
Right.
My scars was, back then, little knucklehead, little bastard, little kid, and my makeup was getting to where I'm at now.
Dope. Definitely. So my next question to you is, what does Scars and Makeup represent to you?
Scars and makeup represents, I guess my story.
Okay.
I only can tell my story. I can't tell nobody else's story. So that's what it represents to me.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your story.
Well, now, currently, I'm officially, a Hot 97 DJ on every Saturday night, Sunday morning, 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. And
dope. Shout out to
and tearing the clubs down.
Yeah, of course, all the time.
Harlem on my back.
Yes. Shout out to Harlem World.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Mixtapes, trips.
Super dope. Just a whole lot of things, huh?
Hey, Mr. 9 days a week.
Hey.
No, it's only 7.
Oh, but you got
Yeah, 9 days.
Okay, so leading up to all of this, let me know about you from young. Where it all started. What made you fall in love with music? What made you start?
Music was always around, from my father, my grandmother. They was always in the music thing, and so what made me fall into it, because it was always in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So with playing with turntables and stuff, like at the age of 5, but I didn't take it serious then. I just was playing around with it,
right.
And even coming up when I turned 12 and stuff like that, I still didn't take it. I didn't take it serious until after it was all gone.
Oh wow!
Until after my pops got rid of everything, and I'm looking around
wait, what's going on? Hold up.
Scars and makeup. So then, somewhere down the line, I picked it back up like around 14, 15, and then with mainstream, with it by the age of 18, 19, and here now.
That's pretty dope though, but I remember you from the house parties.
House parties.
Yeah, when you had the vinyl.
$2 to get in.
Yes, I remember. Yeah, we go way back like 4 facts on a Cadillac. Like, we definitely do. And you had it bumping back then.
A lot of people don't know that little $2 before my lunch money.
But this is the grind. This is what I'm talking about. You started from the house parties with no lights, with the red light or the green light.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know what it is to start with the house party days, because a lot of people, and this is no disrespect to any DJs that's coming up, but the grind that we had to put in when I was in, making sure we had vinyl. Now, you had vinyl was $5 a vinyl, And that was a lot back then. That you couldn't get unless you bought the album. The album was $14.
Right.
So I was coming to the clubs with about 5 crates, milk crates of records in.
Yeah.
You know, now the game has definitely changed with like everything being in the computers and you know, shout out to that, you know, because it made it easier for me to travel because when I was flying back then and traveling back then, I used to have to pay for my crates to go on, but now I just carry my backpack on, so definitely dope, but it just made a lot of
a lot of baggage. It's a lot of baggage. I get it, definitely. So, being the fact that you started from the bottom, now you're here. Shout out to Drake for that. Seriously, like, explain to me more about the grind. Because like I said, I remember the house parties, you know, and then from the house parties, then I started seeing you in the clubs. And from the clubs, then you're doing more clubs. And I'm hearing DJ Spazo every time I hit. Then I'm seeing posters and flyers, and I'm like, oh, wow, you know. And then just to make it and to see Hot 97, I mean, anybody just got to pay homage, especially when you go back, how we went back to them parties with the lights out, with the red bulbs and the green bulbs, and you know what I'm saying. So explain that to me, like how hard the grind was and how focused you was.
That grind was everything. Like, the grind was the grind. Back then, the grind was different from whatever they call the grind now.
Right.
The grind it wasn't really no flyers and stuff. Like, we used to have to make the paper flyers and tape them on the wall, go to building to building. Like, I was too young to get in the clubs back then, so I'm making up flyers on the computer, and I'm going taping them on the buildings around the projects and stuff like that, letting them know it's about to go down.
Yep.
And then as I got more into it, and I made my first, how much did I get? I think I got like $150 straight out the gate.
Word.
So my first, I think it was a baby shower, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, word.
Did a baby shower. You know, had my records and everything, and I felt like, oh shit, you could really make money off of this.
Right.
But it wasn't all about the money for me because I was already, I was already in love with it, and I was already making a couple dollars by charging $2 for a person.
Yeah,
the house party, so I already knew I could make my own money, but I didn't know somebody would pay me to, for my services. And then once I got that, it was just off to the races.
So she wrote.
There was no looking back.
Right.
I took on all I made of my little business cards, DJ Spazo for kids parties, birthday parties, whatever, and it picked up, and from there it's...
So, name a couple clubs that you worked in as it picked up from the house party to the clubs.
I gotta say, the clubs that gave me my name, it was a bar on 118th and 3rd Avenue called Creoles.
Okay.
Shout out to my man, Japan Entertainment. Creoles, we had it every Friday night. This club the bar actually, I could call it, it only probably held about 125 people.
Okay.
Probably 100 people, but you know how we did.
Right.
We had a line around the corner. Like every Friday, we didn't open up until 10 o'clock.
Right.
But you had people there at 6 o'clock, like, oh, we're not gonna.
Right.
Then once we realized that, it was like, oh shit, off to the races. Then my man Japan stopped doing that or whatever. Then they had me doing a Sunday night party called the Voodoo Lounge.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know them days.
This is when I moved to the clubs now. Went to the Voodoo Lounge, and the Voodoo Lounge every Sunday night, 500
but
people.
You had it lit. Everybody, DJ Spazo, he got it lit. And that was ridiculous. Them lines was retarded.
Now, this is when the cash came in. So we chanced it, like the Motion Boys were doing Voodoo Lounge, then my man Quan Dar called me for Monday nights. We called the joint called Messy Mondays at the Level Lounge.
Yeah.
So now I had the Sunday, the Friday they shut us down.
Right.
So I had the Sunday and I had the Voodoo Lounge. I had Messy Mondays on Monday at the Level Lounge. Then the Voodoo on Sunday was at the Voodoo Lounge. Like, these two parties were so incredible to where on a Monday night, the bar making $50,000 on a Monday night. Ever since then, the Spazo became an in-house name in Harlem alone because of them clubs there. It definitely was a lot of work and, a lot of people behind it, believing me and putting me on. And I had to do what I had to do from there, you know.
Right.
Anybody could put you in a position, but it's up to you to do what you have to do to stay in position.
Right, you have to.
You know what I mean? So, the grind that's the grind.
Right, all right.
Going to Philly, going to Philly on the Greyhound. Oh, I got a story.
Tell it, let's go.
I got a story. I got hired to do my first party in Bingleton. Me and my boys, we hyped over Bingleton. We get to the car or whatever. Now, I knew my car wasn't going to make it, but I'm saying to myself,
we going to do this.
we going to Bingleton, like, we going out of here.
Yeah.
I get halfway there, the car start overheating.
Wow.
So we didn't make it to Bingleton. So then I had to turn back around, drive the car back down, stop every 10 minutes because it's overheating. Then,
right. But
I definitely went and made it up, though. When it made it up, and then, like I said, it just been off to the races from there.
Okay, that's
like a lot of stories, this journey was not easy at all, you know. Not easy.
That was actually my next question. Like, was it easy on this journey?
Easy. The record label dude was looking at you because it was record labels when I first came, so
right,
you had
absolutely.
to go to.
Right.
You had to know somebody in the record labels to go get these records.
Exactly. To even step in the building.
You can't get any records.
Right.
So every Friday, they had DJs come down there from 12 to 3. And every Friday I'll go down there, and it was always some kind of bullshit. Oh, we can't give you that record. We got a whole lot record for Flex, or we got a whole list record for this. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm the new guy, so I had nothing to offer but clubs.
Right.
You got the radio guys, you got guys doing mixtape, you got this. So once I finally fit in with them and they started just sending me the records, I was like, at ease because I was getting everything.
Right.
Then as everything coming, then they turned around to the CD things a few years later.
Right.
And now everybody playing on CDs. And now they got the computer thing. So it's like, just it's a great thing. I started doing internet radio. So I did everything by whichever means to keep the name open.
Yeah, right.
By any means I had to keep
DJ Spazo live.
Yeah,
right.
I had to keep it
right.
Right. I had to.
So, how did you get your break with 97?
That story is actually a funny story because never in a million years would I ever expected to get the call that I got because I did parties with a lot of DJs from Hot 97 and you know, even the other stations. You know, I did parties with all of them.
Right.
But I was always the neutral guy.
Right.
So recently I had to say me and Funk Flex did a party together.
Okay. And you guys used to work back then too, right?
We did a few girls there, but it was never no connection.
Right.
You know, it was just always, okay, he's the street DJ and
Flex
the radio guy.
Yeah, right.
You know, but I went to sleep early one night, and I woke up to a text message from Flex. So I'm saying to myself, how the hell did
Flex get my number?
Like, the fact, there's got to be some kind of... So I never answered it back.
Right.
So I started, like, calling people around the whole thing to figure out...
If somebody playing games. Yeah.
So then Flex called me later on that evening because when I checked the message, I got it like 6 o'clock in the morning. And he texted me about like 1 o'clock. So I was already asleep because I didn't have no work that day. So when I don't work, I'll just
chill, right? You lamp, right.
So when he called me back, she's like, oh, hey, this is Flex, whatever. I'm trying to, you know, see what you went to. I'm like, see what I'm into. Like, you can see what I'm into. Like, I'm in the clubs, I'm doing.
Right.
You know, I want to send some people by your spots. Just tell me what you're doing. And so I hung up the phone and I'm saying to myself, like, hey, we want to send some people to my spot. Like, what? I didn't know. I still didn't know.
Right. You didn't know where it was headed or what was going on.
Yeah, like, why would you want to send some people to my spot?
Right.
Like,
right.
So me being a stupid street nigga, like, I'm thinking, look, we got beef. You want to send some people to my spot?
Right.
Like,
when you hear something like that, you're like, wait a minute.
I'm like, wait. So before I send him where I'm at, I'm like, hold on, let me.
Right.
Because you can always go to my Instagram and see where I'm at. Like, I'm always posting.
Shout out to Instagram.
Yeah, but, you know, it was all love, though. But once we finally got it through, it was just a blessing. Like I was on air. Like, he put me on it. When he first reached out and we was going back and forth and we ironed out, like, how we going to do it, whatever. Because I'm saying to myself, like, yo, how is this going to help me?
Right.
Because I'm already on the streets, you know what I'm saying?
You buzzing, you got the buzz.
I'm already on the streets, so I'm like, okay, now to be a street nigga to get on the radio is like, that's highly insane, because normally to get on radio, you have to be in that radio loop already.
Right, you gotta be in that loop.
You gotta intern to this, to that, to that. I didn't know nothing about radio.
Right.
Nothing.
Right.
I probably never even seen the inside of Hot 97, and I'm being honest.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, how about, can you send me a mix or whatever? I said, send you a mix? Like, what is this mix going to do? Like, so I went.
You just want to know how
it's detail, but I'm saying to myself, like, damn, I want to know everything, but I don't want to
push it.
Rub him the wrong way. Either.
Right,
like, what the fuck is he questioning for? Like, just
right.
So I did the mix or whatever. Next thing you know, he like, yo, your mix going to be on tomorrow at 4 a.m.
Wow.
I said,
shout out to Folk Master Flex. Shout out to Hot 97.
I said, tomorrow at 4 a.m. So which means now I need to get out the club a little earlier so I can make sure this is. So earlier that day, all I hear is, no, let me rewind a little bit. I fast forwarded because I got too excited.
Okay.
So when he called, they're like, y'all want to send some people to get spotted, whatever. So I don't know if he sent somebody or he didn't. I know he hit me that Monday because when I spoke to him, it was a Friday. He hit me that Monday like, hey, would you be interested in doing radio? I said, shit. Is that a trick question? Like, I'd be interested in doing radio. What? Yes, I would be interested in doing radio. So he ended up, so we put everything together. That's when he asked me to send him the mixes. I sent him the mixes. And from there, we just been rising. So I was actually on radio before I got hired. They didn't hire me until November 25th. But I was on radio prior 2 weeks before getting hired. Right. I'm like, all right. Then next thing you know, Flex all on the radio before my show went on. Oh, don't forget Spazo will be up here at 4 a.m. And like this movie that he made was so incredible to me. Everybody hit my phone, congratulations, but I didn't know he was up there doing it. Right, exactly. He got me on his Instagram, got me on this, so what the fuck is my phone blowing up and everything?
And I don't even know what's going on.
It was one of those things I was like, damn, can I still walk around? Oh, I'm like, what the fuck going on? Because the movie that he made was so incredible, the way they welcomed me in. And it was unexpected. You didn't expect that, did you? Yeah. Shout out to DJ Funk Master Flex. Definitely. That was the makeup there. Yeah, that definitely was. But your grind wasn't easy. And it's obvious we've been looking at you. We've been watching you from way back, even when y'all did a couple parties. You don't know who's watching, who's looking. You gotta stay on your tippy toes. You gotta stay on your grind. Got to. Just never know, like, who's. I didn't know, like, I'm saying to myself, like, it is what it is. Right. Because I didn't even, probably like 2 years prior to this, like, I blocked radio out. Like, I didn't. Why? Because I always felt like getting on radio.
It was too much.
You gotta know somebody.
Climb mountains.
Gotta.
Interning.
Yeah, I'm not.
You like, listen, I'm a DJ. I'm gonna do my thing.
I'm not kissing no ass.
Right.
I'm not. Like, with that, I feel like what I work for, it should come to me. Right. If it don't come to me, the way it's meant. Right. You know, and everything takes time. You know, like I've been doing this for 14 plus years, and I'm just now getting the just moved on the radio here. Right. You know, and this is the beginning again. Right. So let me ask you this question: was it all worth it? Yes. Because it's
say
like,
it again.
It's another stop on the train.
Right.
You know, when you go to the train, you got to go to so many different stops to get to the last stop.
Right.
So like this is a new stop on the train. So now I'm in a whole nother world. Like, see the thing, and then with the radio thing, like I just got thrown into it. I didn't know. So I had to learn everything.
Right.
Like,
right.
There was no time to play because it's like radio was one of them worlds to where here today, gone tomorrow.
Right.
Fortunately, I'm 13 weeks strong.
On your thing.
And I'm supposed to have started. If I'm supposed to have been up there once a month. But my ratings on my show was so good to me. He said, "You got to be on here every week."
Dope.
Like, oh, shit, like,
dope.
All right, dope. Well, let's go. And dope.
That's what it is. Dope. That's what it is. So let me ask you this: what advice or information that you can give to anybody, male, female, out there DJing or want to get into music producing or in the industry, period? What can you give them, or what could you tell them, to keep them focused on their dream, keep them focused on their grind?
Who you are and do what you do. Don't do what you see someone else doing, because never in a million years did I think about, oh, let me do what this person doing. I'll do what I did with Spazo, knew how to do.
Right.
And I stay consistent with it. You have to stay consistent with it. And, just make everything work for you. You got to treat one party like it's your last party.
So.
And keep the grind going. By all means, you got to keep it going.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. That's cool. So let me ask you a question. Since you've been with Hot 97, I know you got a whole lot more fans, a whole lot more listeners, and your name's out there. But has anybody come at you sideways? Is anybody hating? Is there any type of, mean mugging or, so what, DJ Spazo? Like, did you get any of that? I mean, because, it's there. It's real.
It's one of those situations to where I always show nothing but love to everybody, even if you don't know me. Like, I show love, so I don't, if it is, I don't see it, I don't hear it, because I'm not in that world.
Right.
I'm in a lovable world, a lovable space, to where anybody that knows me know the type of person that I am.
Right.
So if anybody hating, or I can say to you, it's too late to hate now.
Ooh.
Too late.
You heard that first
You should have been did it. Like,
Scars and Makeup, you heard it first. You should have been did it. That's dope. Definitely. So, the feeling. Tell me about the feeling of making it, because looking on the outside in.
I didn't make it yet.
Well, so don't say you didn't make it yet.
I still got. See, that's the thing. When a person get comfortable and they think.
Well, I wouldn't say you were comfortable. I'm just saying making it.
When you make it
to another level. Let's say
that. Okay, there we go.
Making it to another level. What's the feeling? What's the emotion?
It's definitely a great feeling, but the feeling that it is one of those feelings to where you can't get caught up on it. Mm-hmm. Because when some people get caught up on a feeling, and then now you don't even know that you're so caught up in the moment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to get caught in no feelings. I still walk around. I still treat it like I'm not on radio.
Right.
Because I need more than just this. This
is not enough.
Yeah, I got to turn my 3 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Right.
And then I can start feeling myself.
Right.
3 a.m. They're like, the average person, if they're not in the club, they sleeping. So for a person to stay up to listen to you at 3 a.m., they got to have some kind of love for you.
Right, absolutely.
So the feeling is like, damn, I hope, is I'm on out there? Like,
you're really listening.
Got me on.
Right.
Because that was the feeling when I first stepped up there. I'm like, damn, how I sound in the streets? I'm texting my brother like, yo, how I'm sounding?
Right.
Yo, I sound like I'm live?
Yeah, you got
because you don't know what's going on when you up there. So that feeling that I was caught in my moment when I first stepped in there, that feeling was, I think it was better than sex.
What?
Yeah, it was better than sex.
Word.
Yeah, it was like.
Very first. That feeling was better than sex,
though. That feeling was just like wow. Yeah. It took a lot of stress off my back, because I didn't know if I was coming and going. Like, I just was doing these clubs head first. Like, okay, yeah.
But you was doing what you knew.
Yeah.
So it was nothing wrong with that.
No.
So let me ask you this: the pressure, that pressure when you did it, and not only just the pressure, but tell me some of the songs that you mixed to just give it to them, give them that banger to be like, yeah, they gonna feel this.
See, another thing that I'm trying to tell you, like, I was just thrown to the wolves. Like, I didn't know nothing.
Right.
I got up there, a piece of paper on the turntables. These the records you can play.
Oh, okay. That's how it was.
So now you say to yourself, like,
what?
Rihanna, Bobby Smurda, hot nigga, Try Me, Coco, Drake. Right. How do you take these? And I'm coming from the clubs, like,
right.
Like, I want to give the party feeling too.
Right.
So it definitely, like, was one of them situations where I had to take that and go, how can I make it sound spazo-ish?
Right.
And when I did it, it was done. And now every week, I'm still getting better and better at time. You know what I'm saying? Because radio is totally different. So then, my first 3 songs, I'm not going to lie, I went up there and I was snapping, boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. I got a call. Spazo, you're not in the fucking clubs.
Right.
Let the record breathe.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like I said, nobody gave me no nothing.
You
didn't
have instructions.
I didn't have nothing. The only thing I had was Spazo was on High 97.
And he had to make it work.
I had to do what I had to do to get the people. But not knowing you losing people by every time you bang, 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 like instead of letting it.
Right.
You know, so I learned very quick. I'm a very fast-paced learner, and I'm just ready. Like, I'm ready.
Wow, so you ready for anything. The fact that you was thrown to the wolves, I mean, like, how did that feel, though? Like, I mean, does radio have limitations compared to the clubs? Like, what you were just saying, like, you just can't go in there and just throw what you want on. Like, is there limitations? The way you talk, or the way you mixing, right. What you gotta mix?
But you have to understand, when you're in a club, you don't know who's there. But you know, majority of Harlem is there because that's your base. Mm-hmm. When you're doing radio, you're doing tri-state.
Right.
You got Connecticut, you got Jersey, you got the 5 boroughs. So now you have to do everything in your power to try to make everyone happy, so they won't turn you the fuck off.
Right.
Because the average person that listens to radio is in their car. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't have radios in their house no more.
That's true. I do.
So now all the new cars, guess what? You can turn the fucking station by your steering wheel nowadays.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So it's like you have to really focus on making some of the people that's listening to you happy. Mm-hmm. Because you have people that's biased.
Right.
You have people that's going through whatever they're going through.
Right.
You have someone that just came from the club and they had a fucking bad day in the club. Now they just want to get home. Mm-hmm. And they need you to help them get home.
Right.
You know, so you're dealing with so many people that you don't know, and you're touching millions of people.
By the music.
Not to mention, that's only the tri-state.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's talk about these people that's on the iHeartRadio.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You got people from North Carolina, you got people from here, you got people from there. So it's like you have so much going on to where you just don't know what's going on.
Right. But
so you have to put your mind to it and just think like my structure of everything, and this is even in the club, and I'm going to give away my structure.
Right.
Like, I feel like it's me against everyone that's there in the club.
Right.
So if I got 20 people to 5,000 people, they all against me. Mm-hmm. So in order for me to keep a person away from me, I got to keep swinging. I got to keep playing the right hits. But if you don't play the right hit, you're going to get that one person. Hey, can you play?
Right.
Once one person do it,
then everybody
going to do it. But now if you're doing your job the right way and you minusing a person getting to you, you want to fight.
Right.
It's me against everybody.
Right. It is so funny.
Everybody.
Right. You're right. It is so funny because I was just going to say that because I remember a couple times going to the club and I'm going to the DJ like, all right, I've been here pretty early. I haven't heard this yet, and this is what's popping. Like, and it seems like DJs get mad when people come up to them and ask them, why do y'all get so mad? Like,
because
seriously.
It's like, because we don't tell y'all how to do y'all job. Just like how you interview me, I'm not going to tell you, hey, we need to interview this way. All right, hurry up and get to the best question that you have.
Right.
It's just like with DJing.
Right.
It's an open up. You got to start slow and then you build it up.
Right.
Because it's 3 parts to a party.
Uh-huh.
You have your opening, your middle, and your closing. really, no one cares about the opener because when you open it up,
everybody's actually just getting
the average person is just getting there and at the bar. So by the time the middle come, now you into it now. Then they close it. Now you wanna.
You don't wanna go home.
What I'm saying? But then you have some people that think it's supposed to just jump straight from the open. And now in days when I started, it wasn't no 3 DJs on one party.
Right.
It was me all night controlling all night. But now with this new thing, I have 5 different DJs on one damn party. So now you saying the average party is 4 hours. You have 5 DJs. How the hell is all of y'all gonna play in this little bit of time to get your shit off?
Right.
I walked in clubs to where once this DJ see me, oh, Spazo in the building, then he just started playing everything. Boom, boom, boom. So now I'm sitting there like, God damn, like, okay, so me being a great DJ came from the era of vinyl, I'm always gonna find a way to get around it. So you have to always know what you're walking into. So walking into this party thing, you just never know what this person played, what that person played, how that, like I said, back to how that person feeling, that person feeling.
Right.
So when you have the average person, hey, go turn up. So now you don't even know what I went through coming to the club. Like I could have went through things with my family, whatever. So like you don't even know my mood, but I gotta change my mood to make you happy because that's what they hired me for, to make you. You know, it's a lot when it comes to DJs. So certain DJs have attitude problems, certain DJs is cool, but you just never know like what they go through at the same time.
Right, because everybody is human. You know, just because you're a DJ, it doesn't mean you're not going through things.
And a lot of people get it effed up. A lot of people think the DJ is like a damn human iPod.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you play this, oh, play that, play that. So DJs go through a lot too.
Yeah, I was about to say that. You guys definitely go through a lot. So, would you say your job is more or less to keep people happy, or your job is more or less something that you're doing because you're happy doing it?
I say both. Both, because to make people happy can make you happy. So know that you put out of 500 people, 120 people, you sent them home with a smile on their face and made them forget. Best example, I be having the toughest niggas in my parties. Forgot that they was the toughest niggas until the end of the party. Now they back to it. But they in the party talking about, doing all this and going crazy. And then once they leave the party, it's back to it.
They back on that grizzle.
You know what I mean? So when I see things like that, I just know that regardless of whoever this person is or whatever a person going through, you can always change it for that moment.
Right.
Because a person only want to hear you for that moment. After they go home and like lock their door, they don't care about no spazo.
Well, I would beg to differ because I mean, there's times where I've been going through things in life, which everybody does. And when you turn on the radio and you hear a certain song, sometimes it makes you forget all about it. And, and you vibing and you jamming and you chilling. Then it makes you want to pour a drink. Now you're in the house. Now you have the radio on. Now you cleaning or you cooking. And it's chill. And then the next day, you wake up and you still going through what you're going through. You're going on through your day. You like, yo, they was turning it on yesterday on 97. But you do remember. But you remember. So the only thing that people don't remember.
No, I'm not saying that they don't remember. I'm just saying for that moment, they don't. It's like, okay, Spazo made me feel good. Let me go to sleep now. So for that moment that they're going to sleep, they're going to wake back up like, oh, my feet hurt. Now they're going to remember this nigga had me on the dance floor all night.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? So
definitely, because yesterday when I was doing an interview, I was out here in Harlem. Shout out to Harlem World. We had it on Hot 97. I don't even know who it was. My bad, but Throwback Thursday, and they was throwing the Queensbridge jams on.
Big Ben, Throwback
Thursday. Shout out to Big Ben. Throwback Thursday, throwing that Queen shit on. He's throwing it on, and I was just vibing. I'm up there with the Facebook Connect like this. And I got like 20 to 30 views just because I'm bobbing up for QB, Throwback Thursdays. Like, and I was thinking about that today on the ride over here, right? I'm like, yo, it was just dope. So for me, anytime, I really feel like DJs are very important to people's lives, you know? Radio, music, period, is a part of people's lives because it relates in every way, shape, or form. It doesn't matter where you came from, what part of the world, what color. It can be black, white, blue, purple, green.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, there's always some type of music out there that's going to touch somebody.
That's right.
Whether me and you understand it or not, it is what it is.
It is.
And for me, I love music. Music is always going to be a part of my life. You know, and I think I can say that for, you know, majority of people. You know, music, like when you just say the word music, like how ill is that? Like
music is just
like it's just
music
so
makes you lose control.
Hey,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
it does. Like music is profound. It's just like it's historic. It's a part of your life. It's part of your history.
It's just
like
crazy how music can change your whole mood.
Remember the cassette tapes? Rewinding it back and the tape popping, like hot dope. Like music is so ill, and the beat in that craft, like I mean, just like, how does it make you feel? Like just the fact that this is music. I am music. You understand what I'm saying? I do this.
Okay.
This is what DJ Spazo does. Like
it definitely makes me feel like I gotta stay on top of this shit because you don't have no time to let a song slip through the crack. Mm-hmm. Because my worst thing to me is a person coming up to me like, "Hey, Spazo, you got that such and such?" And I go, "What's that?" You know what I mean? And then I go home and I get the song and it's like, "Why the hell I let this one get through?"
Right.
So I just always try to make sure music is a part of my day some way, somehow.
So you cross your T's and dot your I's now, like.
My day starts with music.
All right.
And ends with it. The middle of the day probably, ain't too musical.
Yeah.
But then again, you never know because once I get in the car.
Right. So I gotta ask you this question. Being the fact that you are officially Hot 97, do you keep the radio on Hot 97?
Yes. I don't listen to Hot 97, I'm listening to Pandora. Yes.
Shout out to Pandora.
No switch sides.
No switch sides?
No switch sides.
What is the big deal with Hot 97 and 105.1? I don't know either. And then it's like some real loyalty, like, I'm 105.1. I'm Hot 97. Like, if you team iPhone or you team Android, like, it's so, everything is getting so divided, and it's crazy. It really, really is.
All I can say is I just got here. So, whatever happened.
You played the bit, right? That's it. Hot 97. DJ Spazo said Hot 97, and that's it.
That's it. They came and got me.
Absolutely.
So I gotta ride with whoever came and got me.
That's right.
Hot 97.
All day, Hot 97. I guess I just want to thank you personally, Shantae, aka Stars of Makeup,
aka
to the one and only DJ Spazo, Harlem.
DJ Spazo, Mr. House Party Days.
Definitely. House Party Days all the way back. Amsterdam Avenue, Convent Avenue. We had Lennox in the building. We had people come. I'm saying we, like we was doing it together.
Because you was
there.
I was there,
but people from Brooklyn was coming. We was meeting all kind of people. Like, you really had the house. Y'all, oh man, like we could say all day talk about DJ Spazo. And I just want to tell you that I'm glad. And I'm very happy to be sitting here next to you and to see where your grind came from. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you look at somebody from way, way back who was doing it and they continue on doing it out through life, whether you see each other or not, or you run into each other like with us, we ran into each other or something. Oh, what up? But I've always noticed this was your love. I've always noticed this was your passion. This was the grind for you. And like, genuine happiness is from here to you. Like, and it's dope. And I was like, yo, Like, how ill is that? So I really, really want to thank you for this interview. I want to thank you for your time, because I know you ain't got a lot of time, but the fact that you made time for me, it starts to make up. That's dope. Yeah, like, for real.
Like, it's definitely dope that you doing something.
Thank you.
Who would ever think you would be sitting here doing the book?
Right. Right. Nonprofit organization coming soon, y'all. Definitely, I gotta check out that social media.
I'll be seeing you doing a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of things I'm doing.
I don't be checking doing my homework.
Okay.
Paying attention.
All right. That's dope. That's dope.
Thank you. Much success to you.
Thank you. All the success and all the love and words to you. And I want to get invited to a nice hot, so you do all hot parties. So I want to get invited to a nice, dope hot party. I know it is, but I just would definitely, with that VIP link, I want to see my name on one of those.
This is just the beginning of district.
Yeah, that's what I said. And it's funny, I say that for me too. I'm like, this is just the beginning, you know. But I love it, so the grind is real. It really is real.
Keep grinding, I'm going to keep grinding, and hopefully we'll be doing this again.
Definitely.
Once I get to that 3 p.m. slot.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Well, I wish you all the best, much success in life. Thanks for this interview.
You already know what it is, man. DJ Spazo, that Harlem Kid, Hot 97 and all that. Don't forget, for more information, scarsandmakeup.com. That's your local website, scarsandmakeup.com. Find out all the details on what's happening with the movement. Follow the movement. Don't get left out. At the real DJ Spazo on our Instagram, djspazo.com, scarsandmakeup.com. We here, baby. The movement. Let's do it.